Hello and welcome to the first commentary battle between me, myself, Matty Boy 7071. I have 4 units of line infantry, 3 groups of green jackets, 4 groups of 24 lever foot artillery, and 2 units of guards. I also have 2 cavalry units with 2 experience and my general in the centre. My ally is playing as Prussia and he has 3 units of horse artillery. Looks 5 units of cavalry and 7 units of line infantry. We are facing a mixed force of Russian and Ottomans, and this game had no rules, so they've opted to go with an entire force, by the looks of it, of mortars. He also has some puckle guns, 2 units of Siberian hunters, 2 units of household cavalry, 6 units of line infantry, and 2 household cavalry at the rear. The Ottomans have 3 units of Nizam Sedit infantry. He has Janissary musketeers on his left flank, and also 1 grenadier at the back, and also more Janissary musketeers at his rear. The mortar rounds have done some pretty nasty blows to my troops already. This group has gone from 120 down to 66 in the first round, which is quite bad. Hopefully what I'm going to plan to do is rush in, just advance straight down the line, and I have more infantry than him, so I'm going to use that to my advantage and just overpower him, outflank him, and hopefully my side will be won. I just hope my Prussian ally can hold his line as well while I try to win my side. Looks like he's sending his cavalry down the left. And the Russians have come to meet that with his own cavalry, and he's also got line infantry on his right flank. Mortars are still firing. He has 4 groups of mortars, 2 puckle guns, and the Ottomans have 6. So, very powerful at range. I'm going to try and close that range as soon as possible. I'll spread my forces out as far as I can to avoid any more casualties, as much casualties as possible. I'm sending my cavalry to the right flank. Hopefully the Prussians will fill the gap. I've also got a secondary line, and that's where my guards are, and they're back up mainly. I don't want any holes appearing. I'm going to send my artillery up pretty close as well. Mortars will actually just slaughter them if they stay stationary. So I'm going to bring them nice and close so they can do shrapnel and canister shots on the Ottoman ranks. This part's pretty much me advancing, so I'm going to fast forward this part. And just continuing to take rounds now at the moment. By the way, this battle is actually pretty long. I think it's going to be 2 videos for this, so if you don't want to have a lengthy commentary battle, then this is not the video for you. I think it took me about 20 minutes to finish this. Okay, it's just forming up my lines now. I've made 2 of my artillery groups fire down this gap here between my 2 ranks, and they're attacking with shrapnel shot at these Janissaries. Seems they've killed more mortars though. And they are returning fire. They've seen the threat on my right, on his left, and he's now attacking my right flank. Since I have superior numbers there. Bringing up my green jackets in skirmish formation, and fire has begun. Prussians seem to be advancing down the line in just one solid formation, with superior line infantry in the centre. And it looks like, oh, we've got combat on the left. He's thrown his cavalry into combat with the household cavalry, and they are kind of a mixed results. Some are winning, and he's also got some Siberian hunters that are shooting into the Prussian rear, which isn't good. So it looks like the Russians have won the cavalry battle on that side. Ottomans have decided to use their reserves on their rear to come around and face my right flank. I've just formed out an entire line of my line infantry and then keep my guards in reserve there. I've also brought another group of artillery up here, and I'm going to hope to use the canister shot. Starting to advance my line infantry down now. My green jackets are winning against the Ottoman opponent's riflemen, Sidit rifles. And as I advance that, I've moved one of my line infantry from my right flank and pushing it to the other side. And I've got some green jackets filling the hole, and this also allows the artillery an open fire through that gap there. And we're now about to go into combat. Take some losses on the advance. Come on, fire. They've just started fire now. And he's decided to engage my left flank. Take some nice losses on the way in. And they've engaged. That unit is still continue to go around the flank. And the right flank of the Ottomans now is pretty exposed. I've got quite a few forces overhanging that side if this group falls. And he's throwing grenades. And I didn't anticipate this the first time, so I just decided to charge last minute, but it didn't seem to work. Look, yeah, took quite a lot of losses there, which I'm not happy about, because I was looking at the Prussians. Front line is winning. I'm pretty much wearing down the Ottomans now, but I'm losing on this right flank, which is so vital to me. So I send in my cavalry, which is very experienced, and since he has none, I don't have to worry about any counter charges, and they absolutely destroy this group here. And at the same time I start to bring down that right flank group to my advantage, and I make them stay there, and I begin firing on this flank here. And he decides to make a very daring move and come out to meet with his Janissary musketeers. I've filled the holes with my green jackets, and I've also brought up my guards just in case a bit closer. The Prussians seem to be helping me on my flank here, but he's also receiving fire from the Prussian side. He seems to be holding quite nicely. The right flank is actually falling into my hands now, but I'm taking heavy losses on this advance. To make sure the right flank is mine, he seemed to have doubled his forces, so I start to bring in a cavalry charge, and this goes very, very well in my favour. He doesn't even see it coming. There he is, just firing away his ranks. These troops are doomed anyway, they're encircled, they've got fire from all sides, and the cavalry charge just basically finishes them off. Here it comes.